Ranking the best defensive ends in Madden 24. And we are back here going over more Madden 24 Ultimate Team reveals. Today, we got defensive ends, and we got a lot of great cards to go over. Now, right before we do want to jump into the first one, though, I do want to go ahead shout out the comment of the day. Now, I will be doing this in a top 10 style, and this pains me, but at number 10, I'm going to have Dolphins great Christian Wilkins. Surprised he didn't get a defensive tackle card. I would have expected him to be a defensive tackle. Don't really know why they made him right end, but I would suggest to you, if you are going to use this card, I'm likely going to have him day one Dolphins team. I would suggest playing him at defensive tackle. The reason he is here, the reason he is last for me is the pass rush. He just really doesn't offer you anything as a pass rusher, and you're going to notice a lot of cards we cover today are actually really good pass rushers. Some of the best in the game. We will get outside linebackers as well, which I am anticipating some really beastly pass rushers with that drop as well. But Christian Wilkins, he's a big boy, gonna be over 300 pounds, 72 speed, 75 acceleration, has great strength and block shed. Those are the positives of the card, but only 74 power moves and then 61 finesse moves. Just really doesn't offer you anything as a pass rusher. This is a card that I do not think will be worth his price. Again, 86s are the highest core elites can go, so he should be relatively expensive. So this is again a card that I could see like core elites like 82s, 81s playing better than this card or being better than this card. I would go ahead and say to avoid this card. At number 9 right here, it's kind of the same thing I just said about Christian Wilkins, but Christian Wilkins is a lot worse than this card, and this card does have potential to play even better than what I'm saying. At number 9 right here, I'm gonna have Cameron Hayward. So Cameron Hayward coming in at an 84 overall, 71 speed and 71 acceleration. Again, not too like great physical stats wise. This is a card that for sure should have been a defensive tackle. I would play him at defensive tackle, and that's where I think he's best suited, but has great block shit. Again, this time the power moves are really high. The finesse moves are why he's here, but potentially with pass rush traits, this card could get 10 times better. 10 times, could get 100 times better. If he only has the bull rush pass rush trait on yes, and he has spin and swim move on no, you can essentially say, hey, the finesse moves really don't matter. It's only about the power moves, and this card could way outplay where I have them at right now, but we don't really know their traits. We could just look at Madden 23 and maybe they have the same traits. Sometimes they change, sometimes it's the same. So I don't want to assume that, and that's why he's coming in at number 9 for me. But again, this is a card based on traits. He could be a lot higher. And now right after that, in my number 8 spot, I am going to have Brian Burns. I think Brian Burns cards always play really good, and this is someone that I think could be relatively cheaper, and I think he could play really great for you. There are a couple ratings that are alarming to me to this card, but he has great speed and excel at the start of the year, 80 and 83. He also has really great finesse moves as well, and I believe he's someone that, kind of like I was saying about Cameron Hayward, that if his traits are right, he could be a lot better than what I'm saying. On this card, you would only want the spin and the swim move on yes, and you want bull rush on no, so he would only use that 83 finesse move rating. The other rating that is kind of low is block shed. 74 block shed really isn't great. At the start of the year, what I'm looking for, what I think is ideal, is 80 block shed, 80 power moves, 80 finesse moves. Gets 1 out of the 3, and again, with traits, the power moves might not matter, so this card again could play really good. Now, the next 4 cards are super hard to rank because it really depends on what you value from your rushers, and I could see the next 2 cards I have being flip-flop with the 2 cards after that, if that makes sense. But right after that, I'm gonna have Von Miller. Von Miller, stats-wise, it's just overall really good. 80 speed, 81 excel, that's perfectly fine. 81 block shed, 79 power moves, 83 finesse moves. Basically hits the 80 combo that I'm looking for block shed, power moves, and finesse moves. And he's someone in the past that has had all 3 pass rush traits on yes, so I think Von Miller will be a beast. It's just, again, all about what you value from your rushers. I like his stats. It's just like he hits the bare minimum of like I was saying, 80 and 80. So that's why he's not higher for me, but overall I think he's going to be a great right end for you. He could play really great. And now right after him, I'm going to have DeMarcus Lawrence Tank. 81 speed, 81 acceleration. This time he just has a little bit more block shit, and I believe the same finesse moves, but 1 less power move. So I think he is a little bit better than Von Miller. I think this card right here looks to be absolutely amazing. Kind of surprised he got an 85, I can't lie to you. One of the better pass rushers in the game. Wasn't expecting that. I'm not saying DeMarcus Lawrence is like bad or anything, right? I'm just saying wasn't really expecting that. But yeah, he looks to be really good. Just again, kind of like what I was saying about Von Miller. This card doesn't really have any faults, but at the same time, I don't really think he's like super, like he's not excelling anywhere. Like he's not like the top end to any stat in my opinion. After him, I'm gonna have his rushing mate, Micah Parsons. Oh, they did this card a little bit dirty. They did him a little bit dirty. So Micah Parsons though is someone that speed, excel wise, amazing. 84 speed, 87 acceleration. He should also have pretty decent zone coverage as well. So he's someone that if you plan to drop ends or you drop your edge rushers into zones, he can do that. He can do it all. But the one rating, I know it's looking at you right there, right? 69 block shed. Ooh, that is a little alarming, right? And that's what I was talking about with him compared to Von Miller and DeMarcus Lawrence, right? Do you prefer the insane physical stats of like 84 speed, 87 acceleration? Or do you prefer more like block shed? You know, it's really preference based on what you want. To me, I think the speed and excel just stand out a little bit more. That's why I put him above Tank. But the block shed to me is the main reason why he's not higher. Has pretty decent power moves with 79. Also 85 finesse moves is really, really great. I think he will still play pretty good, but the 69 block shed is a little bit alarming to me. And right after him, I'm going to have Montez Sweat. This card and Micah Parsons, I think are kind of similar in my opinion. So he has 85 speed, 84 acceleration. So again, really great physical stats. Again, kind of similar to Micah Parsons. Has 80 block shed this time, so you don't really have to worry about the block shed. I think hitting 80 is more than fine. 70 power moves is a little bit low. I also think the strength compared to all the other defensive linemen, is that the most important rating in the world? No, but again, I'm just trying to nitpick. Obviously, I'm gonna have to nitpick a little bit to affect the ratings or whatever, right? But also 84 finesse moves is really, really great. I think him and Micah Parsons really, really similar. Kind of lean in Montez Sweat right now because the block shed. And if you just want an insane physically statted end, I think Montez Sweat is a little bit better than Micah Parsons. And right above Montez Sweat and Micah Parsons for me is gonna be Nick Bosa. Ooh, this is a tough card to rank right here. Again, I could see him being below Micah Parsons and Montez Sweat. But the thing about Nick Bosa is, again, it's one stat that I think is a little bit low. Has 81 speed, 81 acceleration. Both are really solid to start the year. He is someone that in the past has had all three pass rush traits on yes. So again, I'm expecting him to have that. Also, probably the best pure pass rusher we're going to cover with 84 power moves, 87 finesse moves. That's some of like the top end ratings you're going to see in the game. That's really, really ideal, right? The one thing is 75 block shed. Now, I don't think it's as bad as say Micah Parsons hitting 69. It's 75, so it's a little better, obviously. But again, that is the one rating that I'm a little bit worried about. Could he be lower for you? Yes, I could see it. But again, I think these pass rush stats right here of 84 power moves, 87 finesse moves, that's some of the most balanced, like top end pass rush you're going to see in the game. So I think Nick Bosa can be great as a pass rusher, a little bit worried about a run defender. And again, that's why he's not like top 2 or number 1 for me, but that's why Nick Bosa is here. I think he's a beastly pass rusher. At number 2 for me, I'm going to have Myles Garrett. Just another card right here, extremely balanced, extremely balanced. And this is what I'm looking for pass rushers in the game right here. Literally hits everything I'm looking for. 81 speed, 80 excel. That is pretty solid to start the year. 80 block shed, 86 power moves, and 81 finesse moves though. Again, hits my 80-80 combo for block shed, power moves, and finesse moves. I think Myles Garrett is an ideal target for your defensive line. I think he's going to play absolutely amazing for you, and his cards are always beastly. I think he's going to be one of the best rushers day one in Madden 24. But at number 1 right here, I think it is by far and away Aaron Donald. So Aaron Donald is a little bit ridiculous. So he has 83 speed. The excel is the one thing, I guess the one knock you can have on the card, but he is someone in the past, like I was saying with Myles Garrett, does have all 3 pass rush traits on yes. Seems like he has that every single year, so I'm going to assume that this card is going to have every single pass rush trait on yes, but also has top end block shed, top end power moves, top end finesse moves. These right here, the power move is going to go up against offensive linemen's pass block power. The finesse move is going to go up against offensive linemen's pass block finesse. And a lot of the offensive linemen we've seen so far haven't had this high rating, so I think he could be an absolute force either in the interior as a defensive tackle or on the edge as an end. Think he has the speed to play an end for you too. And yeah, y'all, this has been my thoughts on the right ends, or I said right ends, the defensive ends, the top 10 defensive ends that did get revealed for Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I think again, main targets Aaron Donald and also Myles Garrett. Let me know what you think about Micah Parsons. Let me know if you're targeting Montez Sweat as well. But if you guys did enjoy this video and you want to stay up to date with the best cards that are dropping in Madden 24, you're going to want to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to keep y'all up to date throughout the entire year, and I would greatly appreciate that. And if you want to see me build my team and also use these cards live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We will be streaming every single day of Madden 24, and I'd love to see y'all over there. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch and you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. This was them revealing the top 10 defensive tackle ratings in Madden 24 Ultimate Team.